You're such an asshole.
Hello, children. This video brought to you by the book Batshit Pad Economics, the financial advice Bible for men, since we're providing advice, presumably for men, because apparently girls don't day trade. Anonymous right. Super short version. What factors should be at the top of my list when considering quitting my day job and pursuing my side gig full time? Do you have any tips and advice and experience that could maximize my chances of success? More details. You are a very intelligent individual in a very intelligent field with an IQ of 152, which, I mean, that's like 2/3 a standard deviation beyond me, man. You were those types where I'm like, I can't even understand them. I feel like the mentally impaired one though. And my day job requires about 3% of my attention, but significant time, many 10-hour plus processes. By all standards, it's a decent gig, but I've been finding more and more success trading equity options and futures on my phone. Up 60% since I started 4 months ago, and no, I don't do stupid Wall Street bets shit. I'm starting to consider becoming a full-time trader, brah. He doesn't say brah. And I'm not putting my hat on backwards because the guy does have an IQ, could actually be a quant, and actually could be pulling this off. But once I pull the trigger on making an LLC or S Corp, it'll be a conflict of interest with my day job because I'll be working for companies or two companies at the same time. What ducks should I have in order to make this transition as smooth and successful as possible? Is there anything I might be missing in my assessment? I'm also considering moving to Puerto Rico or another jurisdiction with better tax incentives. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I can best minimize my tax bill and what extent I should learn accounting. Thanks for your time. This is too involved for a video to have it a one-on-one. No, that's fine. We'll have it. I don't even have time for one-on-ones. All right, a couple of questions all built up in here, and then I'll kick your ass later. Let's talk about things you do before you start entrepreneurship. All right. One, you make sure you have a product that's going to sell, because you don't want to go through the pain-assery of setting up an LLC owned by an S Corp, filing the 1120, getting a payroll processor, hiring Chad Elkins to do all this. That's going to be at least a week of your time. And then, like you said, you're going to have to learn a little bit of accounting. I'd say you'd have to learn a fair amount of accounting. You have to learn how to save receipts. You have to understand the concept of an income statement. Nothing anyone can understand this. It's just going to take extra time. So you're looking at least a month of just setting up a company and the corporate structure. So make sure your business actually is going to make money. And then, yes, you could consider moving to Puerto Rico, both your personal residence and your LLC. This is where you would hire someone like Chad Elkins, or perhaps a tax lawyer would be a better person. You'd hire Chad to set up the company. You hire a tax lawyer to figure out where to set up or where to be resident. But I'll tell you now, New Mexico and Wyoming, you could file anonymous LLCs so people can't track who you are. You may not have a need for that secrecy. Some people do. And you're going to hire a registered agent to do all that work for you. And you pay them $100, $200 annual fee, and they set it up and they do their thing. And that's about it. You'll have to set up bank accounts and all that. The whole thing of creating a legal entity by which to run a business out of necessitates that you make sure your business is profitable. So there's that. Yeah, you can move to. All right. The next thing before you leave your job. Another thing to point out, if your LLC is anonymous, you could work both jobs, because unless they get a subpoena, they can't force the Secretary of State in Wyoming to tell and disclose who you are. So that's another thing to consider. Right? But neither here nor there. But then as to when to leave your job, one, when you find out that the business is profitable and consistently so. Now, I had the unenviable position of I could never hold down a job anyway, so any self-employment income, no matter how short-lived, was welcome. But if you have a real career, a real profession, I've had several clients where I'm like, dude, it's not like, I want to buy a bar. I want to do day trading. I want to get into crypto. No, don't give up your $150,000 a year job to do that. No, don't do that. Because no matter how fun the job might seem, or your business that you start up might seem, it's still work. Oh, it's fun for the first year or two, but then, you think, talk to Sterling Cooper. He's a porn star. He's sick of sex. So it doesn't matter how exciting, day trading, you'll be sick and tired of watching your charts and your candlestick things and programming your your butterflies and your straddles. And yeah, you might make a lot of money, but you're going to be bored. But you're just as bored at your current job anyway. But the point is, at least with an employer sometimes, especially in your field, since you're a highly skilled professional, yeah, it may be boring, but it sure does pay a lot. And I guess at that level, you don't have too psychotic of a boss because you're like, I'm leaving. Bye. You're probably a load-bearing employee, mission critical. So that's another thing is I wouldn't leave a very good job for kind of a marginal business idea unless you're the personality type that just needs to work for yourself. Another thing, make sure that you're making enough money that you can live through your business. Also related to that, make sure you're not just reliant on one client or one processor. Have multiple clients. Many times in banking, I saw, they make $250,000 a year take home. That's pretty good. Of the $250,000, 235,000 of it was one client, and it was their dad. Oops, dad died. Didn't leave anything in the will. Or our supplier went with another person, and now we're screwed. So I would make darn sure. You've been doing this for 4 months? You do it for 4 years. Then, okay, it's comfortable. Or if you're in the unenviable position, where it's like, I can't do this job anymore, you're quit, and you just don't want to be an employee. Yeah, you can take whatever intermittent entrepreneurial money comes your way. But you have a genuine opportunity cost with you being a professional, and many other people do as well. If you're a loser like me, then yeah, go for broke. Who cares? You got no opportunity cost. But another very related, if you got a family, you have to be a stable, reliable, and breadwinner. You get to burn the candle at both ends. So there's that. And then what else? Yeah, that's the main thing is like you're not leaving a good, stable job for a business model that is only going to be profitable for a year or two, or in your case, 4 months. So it's kind of look before you leap. It really is. It's like, don't fall in love with the idea of entrepreneurship. Not only because it will get boring over time, but you don't know if that business is going to be there for a long time. Like if you're a dentist or a CPA, yeah, it's going to be there for a long time. People get cavities and the government's always going to tax its people. But trading, and that'll be the final point I make, no, you're not. You're just lucky. Now, there's an outside chance with your background, that level of IQ, you see something that nobody else does. There is that chance. I'll grant you that. And if you could keep on making money trading options, absolutely go do it. But 4 months is nowhere near. Look, everyone in 98, 99 thought they were all great stock pickers because they all kept buying .coms. Everybody in the past 5 years thought they were all great stock pickers because they all bought the FANG companies. Everybody thinks they were a real estate mogul because their money, their investment back in 2005, 2006, and part 2007, and more recently the past 3 years here. And all these 28-year-old douchebags. I'm out to do crypto, and I gotta get my money, man. I'm like, okay, we'll see how long that lasts. And it's the exact same thing with day trading or swing trading or options trading. All right, you've done 4 months. When you got Warren Buffett's track record, well, I mean, not his track record because he's old, but if you can get consistent returns like that for 3 years, okay, tell me more then. Then you might want to think about setting up your own hedge fund. Then, yeah, if you could keep that going for 3 years and you got a lot of cash on backup, and okay, you can do that. All right. But no, I'm gonna bet. Even with your impressive background, you're just getting lucky. Unless, again, you have some insight to the market that no one else has, of which, by the way, do not share with anyone. Don't share it with me. Don't share it with your best buddy. Don't share it with a hot chick so you think it's going to impress her, which, by the way, you're going to notice that statistics and quantitative analysis does not do that. Got big car, lots of money. Oh my God, tell me more. You see, the standard deviation between the performance of the variance is actually much smaller in this asset category than the other. And if we were to leverage at a ratio of 5-1, you could see we can leverage our returns to over 28% the S&P 500 if we retroactively apply it 20 years in the past. Now, if you look over here at the alpha, why doesn't she like me? But yeah, man, I not to rain on your parade, but I've seen this a million times. I've never seen anyone make money. I think I was listening to Turd Flinging Monkey. I was listening to Turd Flinging Monkey. It came up, Karoy looked it up, and only 5% of options traders make money. Consistently. Well, you better be one of those 5% because I want to give up a job where you only work 3% of the time with your brain. And I mean, really, man, what if it's just luck and you quit your job and then you lose all your money? Because options trading, if you're using leverage, you could go bankrupt real quick. So there we go. DJ Aftershock, $5. Yo, Big C. Tell me how I make 6 figs with all the day trading. But wait, hold up. Without the effort and being from the suburbs. We Gucci. Wait, without the effort and being. Okay, I see. Without the effort and being from the burbs. We Gucci all? We all Gucci in the YZs, DJ. All Gucci in the YZ. Gucci in the Y. Is Gucci a thing anymore? That was a big thing in the 80s. I don't know if it's a thing anymore. Andrew S., $5. People would rather go broke fast than get rich slow. American Waterworks has a 20% annual return for the past 10 years. Boring stocks are the best. Boring girls are the best. They show up on time. They make food. They stay in relatively good shape. They don't suck other men's peens. Juan, the Aztec patriarch, our Latino mechanic agent in the field. I just want a get-rich quick scheme. Quick 6 figs. I will sell you all the get-rich-quick schemes as long as you sign a disclaimer you won't sue me. DJ Aftershock again for $2. Y'all mad you not the crypto. God darn it, DJ using all this vernacular I can't pronounce. Y'all mad you not the crypto king. Y'all mad you not the crypto king, y'all. Yes, I'm all mad I am not. Who is the crypto king? Who was it? Wasn't there a guy who's got like 300 million in crypto, but he can't remember his password? All right, there you go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. See you guys.